moment because the local newspaper shut down in 2009, and ever since then we've been trying to establish a website-based news service run by volunteer journalists.
They were very interested in thinking about the whole question of the democratic deficit that results in a community when a local paper shut down. So because of the work we were doing in Port Talbot with the Magnet, it became a really obvious place to test Little J, because here we had an emerging hyperlocal journalistic outfit who were just at that stage in their development where they were working with local communities, thinking about how to get them more involved. And indeed, some of the ideas from this actually came from them.
I today will try and get as many people as possible to fill in the forms about how they'd like to use it, what they want, what they feel their contribution will be, and to get their contact details so that we can draw them in.
About the amount the youngsters have raised money is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a 14-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl shave their hair off.
We're the ones that put together Little J, and we've worked with the Cardiff University Journalism School to come up with a tool that helps people communicate with their local newspaper. And the idea is that if we can try and open as many channels as possible to make it as easy as possible, then the local journalists have far more detail to make stories from and actually help get that paper into production again. So whilst Little J is ending up as a technological project, actually we look at what's going to motivate people to actually engage with their local news and what's going to motivate them to do that over a length of time. So as they engage more and more with the system and give more reports, more photographs, they get reputation back from the local journalists, and as their reputation increases, they get more responsibility and they can actually do more in Little J. So if they don't even feel comfortable going to the Little J website, they can just go to the Little J app on Facebook and do it completely anonymously. They can then tweet their stories if they wish to do that. For the people who want to engage even more, then we've got the smartphone apps where they can go in, create their own account and actually start building their reputation.
And with the older people, is it worth asking, would you ask your grandchildren to do it for you?
Yeah, whilst we're creating a digital project, we're doing something bigger than that. Saying, would you prefer post? Would you prefer actually something a bit more old school? And that's fine, we're not losing that, but we're just building up. I mean, the most old school technology we're using is SMS.
It's a convenience tool for us as journalists, so it's a great way of harnessing absolutely every possible source of news and bringing it all into one place.
Journalists have always relied on the community. In the past it's been via the phone call or meeting somebody in the pub. Now there's so many channels to do it.
We're basically going to pilot and develop Little J with a number of hyperlocals across Wales, and part of us giving the tool to them will be them giving us feedback on what works, what doesn't, so we can modify and develop the tool and then have something that we really can roll out beyond, and thinking about how best to monetize it to some extent, but also how best for it to become something that really will reinvigorate the sector. I've not seen anything that's this good used by any of the professional media anywhere in the UK yet, or beyond. And I think we've got something very exciting here. So I think I'm looking forward to this being the future, if you like, of local journalism in the UK.